Good morning, Desert Sands Unified School District. My name is Sean Webb, and I'm your Director of Community Engagement. And we got a special edition here for our 50th episode of Classroom Conversations. But before we continue on, I want to say hello to Craig Campbell, because we're also on CoachellaValley.com. How you doing, Craig?
Good morning, Coachella Valley, and good morning to you, Sean. And first of all, I'm just going to start right off and let everybody know what we're doing right here. We are celebrating your 50th episode of Classroom Conversations. There you go. Where's the cheer? We got to get you the sound effects.
There we go. There we go.
Hey, congratulate you to you and Chef Mary for putting out these shows and really working hard together to bring all kinds of information to the community. And it's just growing, Sean. You're doing such a fantastic job. And so congratulations to you guys.
Well, I greatly appreciate it, Craig. You know, it's been a lot of fun doing this, and I want to go ahead and bring on Chef Mary with us. So, we want to give you a little history about this show. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Hey, Chef Mary.
Good morning. You guys look great. We're 50 years older today.
Oh, wow. One show a year. I thought you guys were putting them out every week.
Oh, it's kind of funny you bring that up. You know, our first show for Classroom Conversations was July 7th when we did that back in July. And before that, Chef Mary, you remember what we had? What was our morning show called?
Oh, coffee with Chef Mary.
Yeah, Morning Coffee with Chef Mary. And that was a lot of fun when we did that, Craig. And that was before we had all the fun.
I brought my cup in appreciation of those days. So here you go. Everybody's got their cup of coffee.
I have my coffee with my name on it.
And I'll tell you, we didn't have a logo at that time, but what you see on screen there is that we just said it was Morning Coffee with Chef Mary, and this is what you would see in the kitchen all the time at La Quinta High. So it was always fun to catch up with some of our friends that we would always interact with.
Well, I mean, you see all that food, who wouldn't show up? I mean, I'm hungry already. Chef Mary, what are you doing later? Are you cooking some omelets or what's happening?
Actually, I'm on a diet. I'm having smoothies. I know.
How can you come on your 50th show and be on a diet? That just isn't making any sense to me.
Well, for the last 50 of the show, I ate my way through the kitchen.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. You didn't have anything left to eat.
Too funny. Well, just so the general public knows, on CoachellaValley.com, this is Classroom Conversations, and it's a show that's sponsored by the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. And I want to thank the foundation board for providing this platform. And just real quick, I want to read off their mission statement, because they're the ones that provide this for us and allow us to share everything great about our students in the Coachella Valley. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. They do this in partnership with us, partnership with Craig, partnership with our schools, and partnership with a lot of our visitors that'll be joining us today. And before we go into our visitors, I just want to give a real quick reminder to everybody. We have the LCAP survey going on. Want to make sure that our families fill this out. The information can be found at this website here, as well as you want to fill that out between January 18 and February 19 for all community members. Craig, so you know, that's information that we take, that we use that to help basically spend our funds. Basically.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a census in a way that might give you a little bit. There you go.
Give us a lot of detail, what's going on and so forth. Of course.
You know, the neatest thing, I'm just going to tell you, the neatest thing about what we get an opportunity is to be able to participate in the school districts and with the kids. And Sean and Chef Mary, you guys have been so gracious to us and allowing me really to be, in the schools and around the schools. We've done sunrise events and other things. And I'm always thrilled. It's the one thing I can't wait to get up in the morning to go help and support you guys and the kids, and really all of the infrastructure and all the people that are involved in educating our kids. Sean, I listened to you just give that when you were reading off that announcement. I'm so glad you went to school. There were some big words in there.
That's as one of our guests in the background there talks about, all I get to do is go around and talk about everybody's great job. It's a good thing I have the schooling here. But
it's true. Don't be jealous.
Yeah, exactly. But as I said, this is our 50th episode. I want to give some basic stats, and we'll start on calling on some of our guests. We've had over 15,000 views of our episodes since July 7th. Prior to that, we had 20 episodes with Morning Coffee with Chef Mary, where we were just doing it in mine and Chef Mary's Facebook pages. We had a lot of fun with that. And this is where it's grown to. So it's pretty awesome. But I want to go ahead and bring on one of our first visitors. I know they're very busy. I actually promised this person that they'd be the first one. I want to bring in, he was one of our first guests in episode 2, Chef Reese Murakami. How you doing, Chef?
Morning, everybody. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good morning, Chef. It's always good to see
Fantastic.
you.
Thank you, Chef. Look at you. You're looking great, looking sharp. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Just wait for a couple of hours from now. I'll be covered in flour and everything.
Hey, Chef, since the last time you were on Classroom Conversations, why don't you tell us what's been going on? I know you've been busy, but not the general community knows.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just wanted to congratulate you guys on 50 shows. I mean, geez, how time flies, right? I didn't realize that, it had been that many episodes. We tune in every once in a while to see you guys. It's always good watching the rapport between you and Chef Mary and the guests that come in. As far as me, I've been stuck in the kitchen here. With COVID and everything, we've endured the ups and downs of closing and then reopening and then closing again and now reopening again. So we're just trying to, be as considerate as possible of people, providing them with food, plus our employees too. Sometimes we're having to furlough people and then, they're out of work and, trying to make that balance. So it's been kind of a tough time in the restaurant industry for everybody. I'm pretty sure that everybody will agree with that, but hopefully we're heading out of it and, we're putting people back to work, and that's the main thing. We sell food, so that's, that's kind of a baseline for our job. But what we really want to do is we want to really get people back and get them into the swing of things so that everybody can go on to living a normal life. But
Hey, Chef,
busy.
we were just talking about that with the close down just before you came on, just real quick about everything opening back up. Tell people how they can reach you. I mean, right now, I think people should eat where you're at today. Can you tell them how they can get a hold of you?
You can call the restaurant here. We're called June Hills Table at the Polo Club out in Indio. We're on 52nd and between Jackson and Madison, I believe, is what it is.
Yep, it's beautiful.
Get used to being on the east side of the valley. First time I've worked here on the east side.
Hey, go say hi to Chef and get him out of his funk and let him know that there's just all kinds of people that are out here ready to eat his food, and we're excited. We're excited to see you.
Definitely. And I'll say that I've been there to eat his food. Chef Mary, when you're down here again in the desert, I want to take you. They have an amazing patio. And they have an amazing table that looks right into the kitchen. A great chef's table too. So we gotta go there and have fun with Chef.
Yeah,
exactly.
Excellent. Well, Chef, thank you for joining us. I know that you got a busy day, and I'll tell you, we've got some other visitors backstage here that I want to make sure to cycle in here. Thanks for visiting. We'll definitely be out to visit you soon.
Take care. Congratulations.
Hey, have a good one. Thank you.
Bye, Chef.
Bye, Chef.
As I said, we got a full house here, and like I said, I promised some people as soon as they got on, I'd get them in here. So I want to make sure to bring on this next person. Craig, you always call me out for hiking every morning. This is one of my hiking buddies, and I'm going to bring on our very own Mayor Linda Evans. Good morning, Mayor. How are you?
Hey, Mayor. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I'll tell you, Sean can say that it'll look a little bit better now than I did at 5 a.m. when he saw me.
That's the first thing I asked him. First thing I asked him, I'm like, so you went hiking this morning, didn't you? You're going to make us all feel really bad. You got endorphins just coming off you. I can tell.
Well, it's so wonderful out there in the cove with the sky and the quiet and the stars. It's really just amazing. So I'm glad that Sean's got the bug, because he's been doing this now since about July in the heat of summer and the cold and the rain, and we're out there regardless. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're definitely having a lot of fun doing it. And thank you for being there every time with us. And it's great that I've been inviting more Desert Sands people, and it's been like a community outing every time.
Exactly. Well, just a heads up, I'm starting at 4:30 tomorrow morning with William because I've got an early day at the hospital. Okay. So, and Chef Mary, I got to say that I was at your retirement party, and I think I've seen you more since you've retired on these conversation chats.
I know. It is
fantastic.
Yes, and you look wonderful. It's nice to see you. And I've missed being in the desert, but it's kind of fun up here in the mountain too. So,
absolutely.
You know what, Mayor? I wanted to give you a little bit of quick background. My grandfather lived in the Cove right there off of Calle Tampico, way before all that infrastructure of everything that's out there right now. But I've been doing a couple of little drive-throughs and drive-bys on lives in the morning for Coachella Valley. showcasing all kinds of incredible things,
Mhm.
starting right there with that La Quinta Cove. You know, you got your certified farmers market, your old town. I just went by Lake Cahuilla. I ran into 15 bighorn sheep in the wild, hanging out, me and them. You got an amazing city. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who-
And you
Who would have thought this would have been a plug for
chef.
the city also?
Hey, we're
I love
Coachella Valley.
that.
You're live on Coachella Valley. You got to plug all of our 9 cities, of course.
Well, Craig, I saw you cruise El Paseo not too long ago, so I'm glad you're spending a little bit of time in Old Town, the Village, and the Cove area. And Lake Cahuilla is spectacular. The good news is it's going to be staying open for another year under the current lease, and we're working on making sure that that's a long-time amenity that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah,
There
it
you
was
go.
awesome. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, Mayor Evans, I know that you're very
Monica,
busy. And so forth.
congratulations.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I just want to say congratulations on the 50 episodes. I try to catch them when I can. And yes, I am the one who said, what, you run around and videotape everybody doing their job? What a great gig he's got. But
Yeah, I do have the best job in the
I'm
district.
so glad we get all this on camera. You know, we get to go look back at it. It's a lot of fun. So, Sean, you deserve the rubbing. You know, you deserve a little bit of it.
You got a backstage room full of other folks that want to congratulate you. So I just want to say, again, great to see you all. Keep up the great work. We love Desert Sands and our partnership with the city of La Quinta, and support local business, and hope to have the kids seeing their teachers live in the not too distant future if we can get there. We're trying to help.
Great. Thanks, Mayor.
Thanks, Mayor. Have a great day, Linda.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Oh, geez, I kind of cut her off too fast. Oops.
That was fun.
You got to love, when we got a very supportive city government.
Yeah, great.
Definitely.
I like how you guys coordinated your hiking in the morning on this live. That was my favorite part of the entire conversation so far.
Yeah, we've done a couple of those where we've done live. You got to love StreamYard where you can do that.
Like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a minute. I just want to ask a quick question. I know there's nobody really listening around the world, but what time are we going to hike in the morning? It's perfect.
Yeah, I get up at 4:00 to get out there to hike by 5, and we get a good hour and a half in, and get anywhere from 3 to 4 miles. Hey, I love starting off my day with burning off at least 700 calories. It's always a good start.
Well, you know, it was a goal of yours this year to hike and be healthy and hike and bike.
Yep.
And you motivated me, and you've been motivating me just in your consistency and getting out there. You know, that's what it's really about. It's not really maybe how much, but just how long and consistent you can do it and really build a new habit.
You know what? You keep on talking about this, Craig. Mayor Evans just said you need to join us. So I want to call you out.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Ah,
I would love it. I'm going to bed by then, so it worked perfect for me. I could tune out, do my 4 to 5 to 6, climb in bed. You guys could get on to your jobs.
Perfect. Hey, we got some more people backstage. I want to make sure to bring them on. Our next guest has been on the show two times with us. Once to talk about her foundation, another time to help raise funds and how she was giving funding for MyFis for our students. And I want to go ahead and bring on our very own, very close friend of both myself and Chef Mary, Bianca Ray. Good morning, Bianca. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Hi, Bianca. How are you doing?
I'm good. Virtual hug and this.
oh, I know. We've missed you terribly.
Like Sean said, you guys are like family to me. You do feel like family to me. So I get the same feelings when I'm far from my other family in Chicago. So, I miss them terribly too. When we get to FaceTime, I get some of the same feelings when I see you guys. So how are you all? Thanks for having me on, Sean.
No, thank you for coming on.
Oh, I know.
Oh, geez. I've been seeing all this great stuff on your Instagram lately. Can you tell us what's going on with the foundation?
Yeah, I think the thing that everybody has been trying to figure out in the last year since the pandemic started is how exactly to pivot and continue your mission forward virtually. And for the longest time, we kind of pivoted almost away from the Ray of Hope retreat. Obviously, we cannot have a big 400-person event, in person. And we decided to allocate resources in other ways. We bought, like you said, Wi-Fi for families in need. We stocked all the Boys and Girls Clubs in the Coachella Valley with technology. They all needed different tablets. We gave out a lot of financial assistance to families as well. And now we're at the point where we're really realizing that kids, as you guys very well know, there's an urgent need for that social and mental and emotional connection that some of them aren't in school, so they're not getting from school, and others, when they are in school, they don't have it at home, so there's always a need. So we decided to kind of extend what we usually teach at the Ray of Hope retreat into a virtual community. So we're calling it the Ray of Hope Connection. And this is just going to be an online community, a virtual extension of what you guys know very well that we teach these kids at the retreats every year. So whether that's how to deal with bullying, now, of course, we're shifting more to some mental health aspects. Maybe 6 tips for self-care, how to identify toxic friends in your life, how to find a mentor. And it's going to be on our website, but it'll also be in tandem with our social media. So every week, we're going to be uploading new articles, new topics, new ways for the kids to interact and ask us questions.
Excellent.
Well,
That's
that's
outstanding. That is absolutely outstanding.
Sean,
I know,
you're a big part of that, as you know, so thank you so much.
Oh, no, I enjoy being part of your team and your advisory team and so forth. It's a lot of fun. Get to interact with a lot of great people. Chef Mary has definitely talked about, there's been times where her granddaughter could definitely use an extra person to talk to. Chef, how you want to expand upon that a little bit?
Yeah, when you're when both her parents are working, her mom's working at home as well. So she kind of just is in her own little nest. And it's really hard when you've got one working parent that's on a computer. And we just saw that Madison, some of her grades were dropping. She wasn't staying on focus with her teacher. The dog would come in. And so she's actually back in school. But she's she's a basic Tremens social person. And for her being home, she was a really smart little kid, and her whole attention just kind of went away. And now she's back in school, even though it's very structured. She's seeing other people, her other classmates, which I think is really good.
I love that.
Hey, Bianca.
Yeah.
Bianca, last time, and I think the only time that I actually met you physically, we were at Vicky's at Santa Fe, since we're talking about kids. And you were covering the garden jam for Phipps. And I happened to pop in with a little live phone, and I was like climbing all over you. You had your big camera. And that was a lot of fun, if you remember, just being so
I was
creative.
playing the drums, right? I was like pretending I knew what I was doing. And
Yes, excellent. That's the last time I saw you. So there is hope that we're going to be back out there again.
there is hope, you guys. And Sean knows this very well. Initially, we had these meetings to try to plan what could Bianca Ray Foundation do virtually, and it was like, okay, let's plan it over the course of maybe like March, April. We can implement it. We wanted, and it was just a few nights ago. And Sean, you were on this email I sent everyone like late at night. I was just laying in bed and I'm like, we can't wait until March and April, and maybe it's not going to be perfect. Maybe our graphics won't be perfect. Maybe our blog might freeze, whatever. But like, we need to start just reaching out to these kids, because kids don't have until March or April to wait for somebody to reach out and tell them that they're here for them, they love them. And real quickly, I just want to say, I was thinking that I think one of the biggest positives that came from the Ray of Hope retreat was that we got all these kids together to close their eyes. We'd ask them and say, raise your hand if you were bullied, if you were this. And they'd open and everybody's hands would be raised, and they would all be baffled that everybody else is in the same boat with them. They need to know all the other kids are in the same boat with them. Normalizing their experience, I think, could be life-saving and life-changing. So I want to bring that community back and show them they're not alone.
Yeah, Bianca, I remember when we did all the cookies and the goodies for your Ray of Hope at the hotel. And the first one that we did, we took 2 girls down and we decided to be outside the hall. And it was like a cattle call when everybody started coming. And the 2 girls I had with me, they're like going, oh my gosh, Chef, they're like coming from everywhere. Okay, next year we have to change this plan and make little packages that they put in their little goodie bags. It was so funny to look on these girls' faces with 300 or 400 young ladies coming through.
I know. I miss all those girls. I do. Over the course of 6-7 years that we've done the retreat, we've had about 2,000 kids attend. So,
oh my gosh,
out of that impact, it's definitely a team effort. I am doing so much trying to, have my career as well. And it's our volunteers that are really helping me do all of this. So, Sean being one of them, and you guys being our extended family. Chef Mary, it's honestly, like, think about it. It's something as small as like a muffin, but if we couldn't have had breakfast for these kids,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So you guys have all helped in so many ways, and I appreciate it.
I hear you've opened it up to the boys too.
Yes, we did. And we're going to make it co-ed in the future as well when we get there.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Well, Bianca, I want to thank you on behalf of the foundation for doing that for our students and so forth. And thank you for joining us this morning. I know you got a busy day up at Spectrum News and so forth, but thank you for taking the time to join us. And before you leave, I want to tell you there's a couple of people that have been commenting, and they said that when you were talking about your conference for middle school kids, this follower yelled out just beautiful. So I want to make sure that you get that. I know that you really appreciate getting those comments.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Sean, because you're a football guy, I'll tell you that I'm interviewing Aaron Andrews at 10 o'clock about the Super Bowl on Sunday. So,
Aaron Andrews, very cool, very cool.
talk to her. Yeah.
Okay, well, and I know you got a close friend that's going to be one of our next people that I'm going to pop on real quick. So I want you to be able to see her real quick. Our next guest is a teacher at Ford Elementary School. We highlighted her at the beginning of pandemic where she did something crazy in her classroom last year where she talked about redoing it and so forth. But I want to bring on Ford Elementary School teacher Lacey Kleinman. How you doing, Lacey?
Hi.
Oh, hi. Oh, my
And
God.
I'm so proud of you, Lacey. You're such a great teacher doing incredible things. So proud of you.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for having me on. This is awesome.
Oh, geez. I wonder if that's me or them. I'm not sure who's frozen there.
Well, I can see you. You're good, doing good, Sean. I guess we should all move our heads to see who's live.
I'm live. Okay.
We're all here.
Wait.
We're all back.
So that's what happens when you have 30,000 people all logged in the internet at once just in Desert Sands.
Hey, they just got so excited. You know, you brought on the new guest. I mean, we just had to take a freeze moment.
There we go.
You froze the internet.
So Lacey, why don't you tell us what have you been up to since you joined us in Classroom Conversations, like in episode 5 back in the summer?
I know. So I actually have transitioned into the classroom and teaching from my beautiful room. I was like, I need to come back and I need to be engulfed in this room. So I am teaching from the classroom now. And of course, my kiddos are still at home, but it's fun for them to see the classroom and you know, hopefully, you know, we'll get back here in a healthy way. So, and there's a lot of transitions and changes. So we have, so students have their screens. I don't know if you can see that. And then we have air purifiers that are in the classroom. And yeah, so we're
not going to be tested on this later, are we?
yes,
Please, no.
we're going to be tested on it. No.
There we go.
Oh,
There we
boy.
go. So I see that you got the PPP for the classroom and so forth when students do come back. I greatly appreciate you sharing that and so forth. Maybe, is there any message you want to tell some of your students, your Ford families that might be watching?
That we are, you know, we're making the best of it. We laugh, we have so much fun on Zoom, we listen to music, and we're just really making the best of it. And the kids are, you know, they're engaged, and you know, I'm just so proud of them because, you know, we started with an iRight diagnostic in the beginning of the school year, and you know, we just took the second diagnostic, and we saw such growth, and it was just so impactful. And it's like, okay, I keep going, like this is working, and you know, we're doing our best and we're giving it our all. So I'm really proud of my students. I'm really proud of my parents for stepping it up and you know, taking on that huge responsibility of, you know, teaching from the home. So I'm just so proud of them.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Lacey. I know that you're really busy. Bianca, I know that you guys haven't seen each other in a while. Is there anything you want to say to one of your buddies before we have you guys?
I miss our girls' nights.
I know.
And you know, the thing is too, we have just the best conversations among our group of girlfriends talking about, you know, life and love and ideas and our dreams and our goals. And I miss all of that. So our girls' trips too are very fun.
Excellent.
Virtual.
Well, ladies, I'm going to let you go. We've got a full back room here waiting for us. Lacey, anything last you want to say?
No, just congratulations, you guys, on the 50th episode. What you're doing to the community is just amazing and it's impactful. So keep reaching out to the community. I just love it.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, guys. Amazing.
See you later. Thanks, ladies. Oh, geez, you got to love our past guests that are coming in. We got another one. You know, this job that I have here cannot be done without the help of these two people. And that's the communications department at Desert Sands. And I want to bring both of them on, both Mary Perry and Jan Diaz.
Oh, my
I've worked
Mother
very
Mary.
close with them. And all of the graphics and fun stuff you see here, I can thank them for helping me out.
Hi, Mary.
Good morning.
Good morning
Congratulations,
to
you
everybody.
guys.
Look at you guys.
Hey.
Oh, somebody's outdoors. Somebody's really going for it. I love that. Awesome job.
Ooh, a little bit of wind out there.
Yeah, I'm enjoying some breeze.
So excited that this is the 50th official Classroom Conversations, not to mention all the ones before. And Sean's right. We have come together to form this, as we say, the A-team here, and we work together so well in all aspects of communications and community engagement and on the foundation. And love what we do, love the fact that we build off each other. Sean and I was saying yesterday, we can look at each other and say, that's a really stupid idea. And then nobody's feelings are hurt. And on we go to develop what's the perfect idea.
Exactly.
So, great team, great team.
And you got to invite me more to those meetings. I'm pretty good at that part. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody's feelings are hurt. We go, yeah, you're right. But what if we did this? And so actually, Jan and I were talking this morning that we have no idea whose idea surfaces to the top or what happens because somebody says a piece, somebody says something else, then the rest of us come in.
Exactly.
And right, we have this great idea, but it belongs to all of us because we all had input. So love working with all of you. Chef Mary, I miss you so much. So
I miss you as well. You know, Mary, thank you. Your department has been so good for us and has supported us, and being on the board has just been, really refreshing and rewarding. And it was nice to have some things to fill in those downtimes. And if you guys hadn't been there for us and Sean hadn't started it, it was like every Tuesday and Thursday, we get to be up and out of bed and doing things. So we appreciate the foundation and the school. Hi, Jan. Are you still hiking?
That's where she is.
I think Jan is dealing with the Wi-Fi issues at the district at times when we have 30,000 people all accessing it. But no, I'll go ahead and speak for Jan. I know that she's been training for a hiking marathon.
I know. I've been watching that.
Super marathon, I believe it is. Isn't it, Jan?
It is. It's called an ultra marathon, and it is going to be my first coming up in 2 weeks. And since my hiking trail buddy were on back in July, your episode, to share some of our fun hiking challenges that we've done, and really just hope to inspire others and show you all that you can be healthy outdoors, and especially during this time, like Mayor Evans was talking about. It's just so beautiful out on the trails, and a great way to de-stress and sort of rejuvenate, through all the pandemic times. We got to have some fun
ultra
still.
marathon? How far is the ultra marathon? How many miles?
So it will be 32 miles. It's a 50K.
Oh my God.
It'll be my first go at it, and pretty excited. This weekend will be a 26-mile training day. So essentially running a marathon for training. So I would have never imagined that I would have been in this conditioning, when I started hiking 10 years ago.
Okay.
But all things are possible, even a normal person like me. So just
How do
take
we know
some,
that you don't just keep
You're not
walking?
normal. Jan, you're not normal. You are super normal. You are the best at
super normal. I like that. Super
There you
normal.
go. Great word.
So, guys, I would love to keep us all on here, but we definitely have a full back room here. I want to make sure to cycle in as many people. And it's actually, I got a notification from StreamYard that said we got people trying to get in. They won't let them in.
Yeah,
So-
you're watching.
Well, congratulations, you guys. So proud and happy to work on the back end of this. Mary, it's great to see you. Craig, nice to meet you here.
Hey,
Keep
make
it up,
sure
you
that
guys.
you don't just keep walking. Make sure you
Yeah.
stop and come back. Okay, I don't. 50. You might find something else out there. So we're gonna cut you off at 50 and reel you back in.
We'll see you
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
lady. Thank
No,
you.
I'm not like Forrest Gump.
In there. Hi, Jan.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I've got people waiting in the background, and it says that there are people trying to get in. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our 2 ASB advisors that have been steady working with us throughout this whole time. We've got Mary Alexander, and I believe we've got Chris Killian who's going to join us as well. Good morning, Mary and Chris. How you doing?
Good morning,
Hey,
you
Mary.
guys.
Hey, Chris.
Good morning, everybody.
Craig Campbell here.
How you doing, Craig? Hello, Chef
Excellent.
Mary. Hello, congratulations, Sean and Chef Mary, on your 50th episode.
Thank you. It
Yeah,
was awesome.
congratulations, you guys. It's so crazy to think when this all began, you know. And I remember Sean had mentioned that my sister and I sang on his first episode.
Yeah.
It was also new to all of us. I remember Sean like kind of walking us through how to do it, and I was all nervous. Now you're an old pro, Sean.
I guess so. I guess so, right? And shame on me not for bringing both you and your sister on to have another show.
We'll sing again. We'll sing again.
We're gonna have to
Well,
hold
you just
you to
did it.
Chef
You
Mary.
just did it, Sean. You just checked off that box, so you'll have to go for the third show now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Well,
go.
they can sing for us, can't they? Right now, they have time.
You know what? I don't want to put anybody on the spot like
You want
that.
to hear me sing. I'll tell you that right now.
But as we do with our shows and so forth, we try to promote everything that's going on great in the desert and desert sands and so forth. And we try to help out with fundraisers. I want to make sure that I put this up here for Chris. Palm Desert High. Chris, maybe if you want to walk us through what's going on at Palm Desert High.
Well, first of all, tonight we've got a dine out night with Rubio's over there in Palm Desert, helping out our sports boosters. And then one of our really big events coming up, it's actually next week on the 10th. We are doing a virtual cooking class with Chef Andrew Copley from Copley's over on Palm Canyon. And so you can get into the class itself and do your own shopping, or you can actually have restaurant quality ingredients and you can pick them up. It's an amazing event. It's going to be a live cooking class put on by another one of our fabulous local chefs.
Okay, excellent. Well, like I said, I always like to go ahead and promote anything that's going on with our schools and so forth. And thank you for sending that information. Mary, is there anything going on in Shadow Hills that you want to go ahead and push out?
Well, we actually have a Chipotle fundraiser for our freshman class this Saturday night at the new Chipotle in Indio. If anybody wants to come out and join our freshman class, those kids, you know, I was just telling them in my class, I have a soft spot in my heart right now for our kinders and our 9th graders and our 6th graders who transition to brand new schools, brand new ways of learning. And they're kind of feeling that, like, where do I belong, you know, in these new schools? And I have a great group of 9th graders, and they're planning fundraisers to be 4 9th grade girls that can plan fundraisers for your entire class when you've never really stepped foot on a campus and gone to school there. Is pretty incredible. So if you want to come support our freshmen this Saturday.
Awesome.
My stomach has a soft spot for Chipotle. Sorry, Rubio's. But actually, I like them both. So you guys are really doing a great job. When once I heard where these events are, I'm like, gosh, these guys are genius.
And we'll plug right now, Chris, we should mention that coming up in March, one of the really cool things with all of the distance learning is, as activity directors and leadership teachers, we've had an opportunity to start meeting once a month. And so we have put together some district-wide Spirit Weeks, and we've already been planning 2 more for the end of the school year for second semester. So we have our 3rd quarter Spirit Week coming up, and we are going to do it that first week of March. And there'll be more stuff coming out. We'll have our flyers in the next couple weeks. But we are going to celebrate the Sandy Hook Promise and do the See Something, Say Something week. And that's going to be a district-wide event. And it's been really cool to see our district office has totally jumped in and getting involved. So we'll definitely be putting it out there for everybody to get involved and really unite kids from kinder all the way to senior. And now our district office getting involved is pretty cool.
Yeah, luckily we have Mrs. Wood that helped drive that force over here for us. Well,
Yes.
Mrs. Alexander, Mr. Killian, thank you for joining us. I know that you got a busy day. You have classes to teach and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and bring on, he was actually on that same first episode as you, Mary. It was Coach Reese. He's going to join us from La Quinta High. But thank you guys for joining us. You guys have a great one.
Congratulations, you guys.
Real quick, Sean, thank you so much for your 50th. I know Palm Desert High's Facebook page is also now streaming you.
Yes.
So we are now, the Classroom Conversations is now going to be available every Tuesday and Thursday on the Palm Desert High Facebook page. Thank you. And here's to at least 50 more. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Bye,
Chris.
Cole. Bye, Mary.
Good morning.
Hey,
to all
Coach
of
Reese,
you.
how you doing?
Good. Congratulations on your guys' 50th episode. Awesome. Good to see
Oh,
you.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Got a little bit of the COVID beard going, but I'm doing all right.
You know, before I brought you in, I was going to introduce you as the ZZ Top of the district.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
That's not the first time I hear that. All right.
Too funny. Well, Coach Reese, if you can give us a little update, what's going on with athletics right now?
So currently we have a conditioning going on, phase 1. You know, it's probably the only way we get to have kids on our campus, which is pretty awesome. It's very limited, obviously, but we do have several sports going. You know, they're taking advantage of the opportunity to get out there, even though it's for an hour and it's not very long. And there's a lot of regulations, but that's going on right now. Hopefully, we'll be moving to a phase 2 here pretty soon. And as things get better, things start opening up. Hopefully, we start seeing our kids competing. Cross country is the one that has the best chance here in the near future to compete.
Oh wow.
Okay. Now, when you say cross country has the best opportunity, do you have any idea what that may look like yet? Or
we're actually going to be meeting here later today to work out the all the logistics and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of things we still got to work out.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, as soon as you guys get that official information, you know that I'm going to be inviting you back on to share about that great stuff. And then I'm sure that Craig would love to have that information for CoachellaValley.com because,
Absolutely.
He represents not just the Coachella Valley, but everybody that comes to the Coachella Valley, and they want to know what's going on with our kids. So,
And 15 years of coaching. I raised a couple boys. I've been doing it through Coachella Valley. I haven't ended my career, but spent 4 years at COD, a little SoCal Coyote football defensive coordinator. So anytime you need any help at all,
there you are.
There you go.
Awesome.
Always available.
Hey, Coach Reese, thanks for joining us. We're going to go ahead and bring on another one of our guests.
Awesome. Nice to see you all, Chef. You look awesome. Sean, have a good one.
See you, Coach.
Thank you. Hey, you're going to love this next guest that we have, Craig. She is with Kiducational, and I'm probably saying that wrong.
Kiducational.
Kiducational. Kelly McQuinn. She's one of our first visitors and first guests that we ever had. And I'm going to just have to go full screen with her because she's got some crazy stuff going on. I don't know if I've seen this with StreamYard yet. Kelly, how you doing?
Hey, happy 50!
Hey, awesome.
Oh, Kelly, you're so funny. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
I love
Chef Mary, I just want you to know, I have, during all of this stay at home, become a very good cook. I have a crock pot. I make all sorts of things, and I haven't burned down the house. So thank you for all of your tips.
That is awe-inspiring. I love this.
Kelly, tell us what's going on with this background. The last time you were on with us, it was just you in front of a screen. Now what's going on here?
A lot has been happening. So as I was telling you, we have a fantastic opportunity to partner with your district through the Anderson Children's Foundation and do a series of school assemblies where we make STEM education super fun, kind of in a schoolhouse rock way. So I turn into MC Squared. I pump in through my lab right into the homes or classrooms, and we'll be ready to go this spring. We've got music videos, a lot of activities, a full curriculum for teachers, and we're here really to make STEM education fun, support our educators, and most importantly, give our kids a lifelong love of learning and curiosity about science.
Hey, Kelly, I think we should all say Kelly McQuinn, Kids Education.
Kiducational.
I'm going to say it 10 times quick. We all have to do this. Are you ready? Kelly McQuinn, Kiducational. There you go. Kiducational. We're all going to remember
this character you're seeing right now I transform into MC Squared.
Like it. I love it. You look a little bit like MC Squared. I don't know what it would look like, but I would say you've done a pretty good job.
It's a little hot.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Fantastic.
For sure.
always a pleasure to see you on screen and having you with us. I can't wait till we can actually be in the same room together doing some of these activities.
I can't wait either, but these school assemblies will remain virtual so that we're compliant with any district orders. But most importantly, I want to say, Sean and Chef Mary and all of you, like, this has just been awesome. It's been inspiring. Way to just jump into a call to action and use the resources that we have to keep bringing the community together. So innovative, so informative, and so inspiring throughout this entire time. And what a great celebration. I hope that you feel really proud of yourselves from the inside out.
And you know, Kelly, we couldn't do it without people like you coming in to celebrate and show us what you're doing and the innovative ideas, and it perks our day up.
Well, you perk me up, Chef Mary.
Excellent. Well, Kelly, thank you for taking the time this morning. I look forward to seeing the STEMication
School assembly.
Your school.
I like to make up my own.
They're tough words, man. You bring her on, it's just, we might as well just, what do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Educational.
You know what, Kelly, before we move on, there is somebody who's backstage who wants to do a quick shout out to us, a hello, and you know him very well. I actually met you on stage with my boss, Superintendent Scott Bailey. I want to bring him on screen real quick. Hello, Mr. Bailey. How you doing?
Hello. Good morning, Mr.
everyone.
Bailey.
Hi, Kelly.
It's great to see you.
Great to see you. I just wanted to pop in between meetings and say congratulations on the 50th episode. That's absolutely amazing. A lot of people use this term pivot. I use the term agility. You've been very agile during distance learning and school closures to make this happen and keep us engaged with the community. I appreciate seeing Chef Mary. Miss all your treats over at La Quinta. Craig, thanks for everything you do.
You
Kelly,
bet.
all I can say is I want to be like you one day. If I had half your energy, I'd be amazing.
You are amazing, and I miss that undercover soup. And I just have to say, I work with a lot of school districts, and I don't know what is in the water at Desert Sands, but something really incredible, and it trickles down from the top. And here's case in point, just the incredible, innovative things that you all are doing together. So thank you.
Thank you very much. You all have a great day, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bailey. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Thank you. Hey, Kelly, once again, I wanted to make sure you got to see Mr. Bailey. I know that you're a buddy of his and so forth, and you've been a partner of ours since Mr. Bailey came on. So thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and bring on one of our next visitors, who's actually from the city of Indio. One of my friends that I met through Leadership Coachella Valley. I've known her from working at La Quinta High School, but our very own PIO for the city of Indio, Brooke Bear. How you doing, Brooke?
Hi.
Brooke Bear. Hey, Brooke. How are you?
Hi, how are you guys? I'm glad that you gave me such a nice intro. You know that I was on my phone. You gave me enough time to wake up a little bit. So I don't know how I couldn't. You guys have been so lively and wigs and dancing, and here I am just in our home office.
Well, thank you for joining us. You know, it's been great working with you hand in hand and promote the city of Indio and all the great things that are going on there, especially with the schools. Is there anything that you want to share with what's going on with Indio now? Anything exciting?
Exciting. Well, we're always looking for ways to engage with our community, and I certainly appreciate, Sean, the ways that you help make us make that possible. Also, Mary Perry with the school district to keep us plugged in, so that we can appropriately thank and acknowledge all of our administrators and students who are working so hard throughout this pandemic to make things normal for the kids. So, you know, Sean, you and I worked recently on recognizing our school nutrition heroes. And that was pretty exciting. And the food program that happens twice a week at all of the schools in Indio and throughout the district. So that's been a lot of fun too. And we even had something happening earlier this week with Indio High School and giving away all of those desks to students. I mean, talk about getting a desk right now for your child to work at home. I mean, they are at a premium. So I think, you know, we're just here to support the good work that's happening within our school district and then support our business community as well.
Definitely. No, definitely.
Well, I love Indio. I actually went to Indio High School. So, I always enjoy all the information coming from you, Brooke. I open up my email and see all kinds of great things. And Coachella Valley appreciates you guys. And of course, the city of Indio.
Thank you so much. Yes. Well, so you're talking about through your email, that a quick plug for us too, that every month we put out a digital newsletter similar to the Beacon that Desert Sands puts out, but it's called Indio Live. It comes out on the first of the month. And if you haven't signed up for it, I encourage you to do so, because not only are we talking some of the nitty gritty about government things that are happening in the city of Indio, but different events, even if they are virtual, or, even something as simple as some outreach for our community. We're trying to put in sidewalks near Hoover Elementary School. And so there's great ways that you can find out about things that are happening where you live. Indio has the highest number of schools and students who attend within Desert Sands, about 70%. So we're always trying to find ways to outreach to those parents and those families.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, Brooke, thank you again for taking the time to be with us. It's been a great episode. It's been a great time working with you hand in hand, and I look forward to us continuing to do this in the future.
Thanks, and congratulations, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke.
Yeah, it's amazing with all the great visitors we have. I want to go ahead and bring our next one. This is actually a student that's been on a couple of times, Craig. I don't know if you've met her before, but her name is Alyssa Torres, and Alyssa's a go-getter. And let me go ahead and bring her on. Alyssa, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Hi, Alyssa. Good morning.
Hey, why don't you tell us, Alyssa, what have you been up to since the last time you were on with us, or what's the newest thing you're doing?
Well, right now I'm just focusing on about getting ready to graduate and college and all that good stuff. And then just some ideas on how I can give back again, because I really want to do that. And then fundraising ideas that we can do for ASB. So I've been busy.
Yeah, I bet. Maybe if you could tell Mr. Campbell about the two fundraisers that you've done this year.
So I've done two donation drives. One was a winter donation. One was a school supply drive, and that was for my old elementary school. We ended up raising about $6,000 worth of supplies that we gave back to them.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then the second one, it was so good the first time that we had to do it a second time. And it was a winter donation drive. So we collected blankets, warm clothing, canned food, and toys. And then we gave the clothes and the blankets to the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. And then we also gave the canned food to Find Food Bank. And then on top of that, we gave some of the toys to Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. And then us ourselves in the group that I was working with, we actually went around and safely distributed toys where we we sanitized them and we gave them out safely to kids like the day before Christmas Eve.
I have two questions. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. First of all, I just want to make sure you have a hall pass, because you are in school right now, right? You have a virtual
Yes.
hall pass right to be here? Okay, just want to make sure we want to check the hall pass. And then secondly, I want to know, you've inspired me already. What are you going to do in college? What is your career aspirations? Are you going to continue to be in nonprofit, or what is going on in your life with regard to that? I'm super excited to hear this.
Thank you. So I'm going to be majoring and getting my BA in criminal justice, and then kind of want to work towards a nonprofit, because the group that I was working with actually was like, they have connections, and they're just kind of like, well, why don't we, try to see if we can start you up one. So I've kind of been working here and there, like if I do, and if I am able to, because I really, really want to get this nonprofit, what's it going to be named? What's going to be the mission statement? And it's going to be, for me, I really, really want it to be geared towards students and kids, and get kids more involved in the community, because just me doing it, it was amazing. I loved it so much. And I know there's a lot of kids like me out there that want to do it, that just don't know how to, or I don't know if they don't know how to, or they just are kind of on the fence about doing it. So I want to encourage them to be like, no, come join me, and then we'll just do it together, So yeah.
Do you see yourself as maybe being an attorney someday, or at least having that degree?
No, I kind of see myself, and it's funny because Miss Mary Perry, she kind of thinks that I should go down the path of what she does, but for the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. And I actually want to do forensics, be a forensics technician or a forensic psychologist. So when I'm majoring in criminal justice, I'm also going to be minoring in psychology.
Well, Alyssa, you're definitely a very much a go-getter and the type of student that we always encourage to come on with Classroom Conversations, all the great ideas. I invite you, and I know Chef Mary would love to have you. Please, please, please come back with your next idea that you've got going on, either with Public Service Academy or maybe even something that you're doing with your family at home, because I know that you guys are go-getters. Your whole family is. I've known your family for a while now. It's pretty awesome.
And I'm just fascinated with your career aspirations. I just think that whole, to me, it's just interesting. If I was your age again, that's where I would be going into, because I think it's always changing and different, and it's exciting.
And our viewers are even seeing this too. I'm not sure who this is. Maribel Silva Mendoza. Hi, Alyssa. You are inspiring, and I completely agree with that. Continue the great work.
You are. Thank you for all you do, Alyssa.
Thank you. Thank you. Before I go, I want to congratulate you guys on your 50th episode. I know a lot of people really do appreciate being able to come on here and talk about what we're doing, and it's amazing. I really admire you guys so much for it.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you, Alyssa. Have a good day.
Bye.
So we do have one more visitor that I want to make sure to bring on here. I know it's one of the people Chef Mary always likes to see when she comes to the desert. One of our very close friends and partner of mine, and anything that I've ever done education here in the desert, fundraising, but our very own Biff Christmas. How you doing, Biff?
Oh,
Good
my
morning.
God.
Hey, Chef Mary, I missed you.
How are you?
Nice to meet you, Biff.
I'm doing well, Craig. Nice to meet you. Or nice to meet you again. I think we did meet once before.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
My memory's getting woken up here. Still before 10.
I've got a great story to share about Chef Mary just recently crossing paths with my family. My daughter Lexi was up in Big Bear with her boyfriend doing a ski trip, and they got stranded. So my wife reached out to Chef Mary, who called her neighbor John, who's like the greatest guy in the world, went and rescued them, then came back the next day and took them to their car. So above and beyond, naturally, Chef Mary is somebody who we knew we could call, and she's like, if they need a place to stay, they can just stay here, which is just above and beyond. So thank you, Chef Mary. As always, you bailed me out.
Oh my gosh, John was so excited, and I was glad you called, and it just happened. I mean, it was like I called John, and I'm in my car, and he just went and got them, and it was a really scary winter night, and the thought of them walking, I don't even want to walk there. It was just, there was no way that was going to happen, but I'm glad you called me. And so tell me about where are you now?
I'm at the Citrus Club, right here in La Quinta. So where I always like to be. Over my 14 years here in the desert, most of my time has been spent in La Quinta. So it is my go-to home base. The golf business is a little different step for me, but I could not be any happier here. I'll be even happier once we open up and can allow guests, and maybe some of you can come visit. But right now, because of COVID, we have restrictions to where it's members only, and even members aren't allowed to bring guests. So I think I did sneak Sean in back last November when we were open and allowing some guests, and he came and joined me for lunch along with another mutual friend of ours. But it's a lot different deal that I'm doing here with the food and beverage department here at the Citrus Club. A lot of challenges, but it's been a lot of fun as well. There's a great membership here. Just last weekend, we did a husband and wife member tournament that was a 2-day tournament, and we had so much fun with the members. We had live stations out on the course where, there was some alcohol involved, but, we also had food stations and everything, live grill stations set up for people. We had a marriage proposal poll, and the next day that turned into a wedding chapel where they actually went through a wedding chapel on the way to the seventh tee. And so it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I pretty much taken over a program that wasn't a lot going on, and so they're just looking for new ideas, and it's been a lot of fun. I just put in a wood-fired pizza oven yesterday. Was our first go at firing up the wood-fired pizza oven and working out pizzas. So I get to try a lot of new things, and so it's easy to stay fresh. It's been great to get those creative juices going, and of course I'm working with a lot smaller community than say the Cliff House, where I had 500 guests a day. Here I'm doing 100 guests a day, and so I get to spend time paying attention to detail, which you kind of miss when you're doing when you're running around with your hair on fire. But I wanted to congratulate you two. I think I was on the first episode, and then again the 25th, and now the 50th.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Great thing. I actually watch you all from time to time when I have time. I pick you up on the phone, and I'll just I check in and get little clips, and it's just so much fun. Congratulations! What a great idea, Sean. I know this has been your baby, but the two of you, just to be this dedicated and to the kids, it's a lot of fun, and to see your fan base growing so much is going to be just to make you feel really good. It was nice to see Scott on this morning, but the fact that it has grown leaps and bounds since just how many months ago?
July.
6 months.
Just since July.
Anyway, congratulations.
Well, we thank you, Biff, and we thank for partnerships with, people with, if we don't have partnerships with people like you, these things don't happen.
Exactly, yeah.
So we want to just say thank you for partnering with us and being a friend of ours. And I'll flat out say, while I got him right here, I didn't get a chance to say thank you. I want to say thank you again, Craig. Thank you for partnering with us and help us build this to what it is right now. It's been pretty
bet.
Yeah.
I went back to the archives, and I showed you a video of you and me standing there in front of the Heckman estate and doing some lives out there. I think that might have been the first time that I might have put you into streaming there, and look at you now. And it's just
that was in 2015, I believe, and that was the very first time I ever did a live stream. And it comes full circle, so we want to thank you too. But
I also I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to say, the golfing industry, since we are talking to Coachella Valley and beyond right now, out here is happening. People are golfing every day. The golf courses are open. Of course, it's outdoors. It's something that California wants to see happen, and it is happening here. So, and all of the different country clubs and the different things, they are sorting things out, and you can see more and more now that we've reopened that those outdoor dining areas are starting to open up for members and things like that. So golf is alive here, guys. We just finished the American Express there in La Quinta, although no fans and no music this year, but it was still happening. They still awarded a $1.2 million purse. I think over $6 million in that purse. So golf is here, and the country clubs are alive, and lots of people are actually flying here. More direct flights here than ever. It's really amazing. So this is such a great time to have the 50th Classroom Conversations.
It is.
Excellent. Well, Biff, I know that you got a busy day. I want to make sure that you have a last chance to say goodbye to Chef Mary. Anything else you'd like to share and so forth?
Well, I miss you guys. I can't wait till we get to do some live events again. As we start seeing back to normal, Craig just stated, we still got a ways to go. Obviously, I know the rumors are that we're not far away from doing 25% indoor dining, which that'll be huge. Just to be that next step. For us as a club, we look at it, we try and mirror the regulations. So as things loosen up in restaurants, we'll loosen up. And so hopefully before long, I'll be able to invite you all back out to lunch again, and we'll have to do it again. But I just want to congratulate you too. You guys are some of my dearest friends here in the desert. And I can't wait to sit down and have a margarita with Mary. Again.
Excellent.
At least one, maybe two.
Biff, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
Say hello to Melanie.
Thanks for having me. Again, congratulations.
You got it. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I do want to move us along here. We have one more visitor that's back. He just got in here. Mary, you haven't met this individual yet, but we've highlighted his videos with Coach Flores on Fitness Friday. And I want to bring on our very own Coach Ryan Flores. How you doing, Coach?
Oh, I remember you. Whoa.
Good morning.
I've met you before.
Coach, unfortunately, can't really hear you there. Mary or Craig, can you catch that?
No, I had a difficult time. It's breaking up a little bit. Just give us another round. Try again.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to bring you back on here in a second, Coach. Yeah, you got to love technology, right, Craig? As you've dealt with this many.
I love technology. You know, it just keeps you on your toes, a little bit like improv. Anything could happen, and you just got to agree with it. You just have to say, "Yep, it's happening now."
Yeah. Happening now. We're going to go ahead and try Coach Flores again because I actually got a meeting I got to run to in about 2 minutes. Coach Flores, any better here? Unfortunately, no. You know what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and plan a special episode just where we have Coach Flores come on to talk about Fitness Friday. Everything going on great there. We could definitely do that. But Chef Mary, I want to go ahead and say this has been awesome.
I know. It's just like it's like a little homecoming.
Yep.
You know, it was so unexpected, you guys. I didn't know I was going to have an opportunity to engage with all of your guests and really actually just watch the two of you, your guest pool and what you guys have accomplished. I have chills right now just having listened. I can replay everybody today and the motivation, the excitement, and just how incredible this experience has been. You're certainly impacting people. Congratulations for your 50th episode.
Thank you, Greg. We have great partners. We love them.
Yeah, we do. Mary, is anything you want to share with our guests before we sign off today? I'll let you close us out for our 50th.
You know, it's been a wonderful year of being engaged with Sean. Sean and I met years and years ago, but it's really more fun to let our partners tell what's going on in their life and their personal life, and to see people like Biff and Mary Perry and all of the other teachers and counselors that we worked with that came into the kitchen and supported my culinary program at La Quinta High School. And I'm grateful for that because you can't live without that friendship. It's friendships. You can't live without that. And it makes you happy. It makes you feel good and you're smiling. And I just want people to be happy.
I love it. I love it. On that note, everybody be out there, wear your mask, wash your hands, and be happy today. Exactly. We'll catch you next week with Classroom Conversations, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:00. And then, Craig, your show is also on Sundays, if you want to give a little plug on that.
Hey, Sunday, 11:11, we're always talking about the things that are going on in the Coachella Valley. And, of course, there's more and more happening. Today's California.com, even a bigger realm there. 750,000 social media fans. You might as well join in and participate. People are listening.
All right. We'll see you later, guys. Have a great day.